Hi, I'm Chuck Smith. I'm the resident director at the Goodman Theater in Chicago. I'm also the theater artist in residence here at Fisk University in Nashville, and I'm here in Nashville directing the Kinney Playhouse production of The Meeting by Jeff Stetson, which features Willie Robbins III as Malcolm X, Michael McClendon as Rashad, and Kenny Dozier as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as part of the Shades of Black Theater Festival held at the Dark Horse Theater here in Nashville.
You're right, Martin. You can't force people to take something they don't want. Try as hard as you can to make white folks love us. No matter how smooth you make it, the simple fact is they just won't swallow the truth, even if it's good for them.
Isn't it odd that you should tempt me with an apple?
You see the apple as temptation. I see it as nourishment.
We see what we want to see, I suppose.
Some of us don't see anything at all, even when it's staring right at us.
One of the things that we hope for this production after we finish here at the Dark Horse is that the play will be picked up and might do a little tour of the college circuit. It's a wonderful play for college kids because of its historical content on the civil rights movement. Dr. King and Malcolm X never had a meeting, but they did actually meet at the March on Washington, which was very brief. They shook hands, had a quick photo section, and it's two famous pictures. One with them serious looks on their face, and there's another one they have smiles on their face. They never really sat down and discussed the issues that take place in the play. But Jeff Stetson has done such a wonderful job of writing this play that you actually believe that these two did meet. And the way the characters are so finely etched that you actually believe everything that's taking place on the stage.
On the other hand, if you're prepared to do a little swinging
Violence? Revenge? Is that the unity you seek?
I care about survival, Martin. I care about the quality of that survival. No, I don't seek violence. I seek to stop it, and I'll stop it by any means necessary. I had that as a duty.
Violence never stops violence, now.
But marches do.
I've got a lot of history with this play, and about 4 months ago, I did a reading of it at Fisk University, and we were in dire need of a professional actor who could handle the role of Dr. King, and the theater administrator there at Fisk, she called Kenny Dozier to come in and read the part of Dr. King, and Kenny did such a wonderful job with the play that I suggested that he should do the play, and he took my advice, and a few months later he called and says we're going to do it, and wondered if I would come in and direct it for him. So here I am.
Both deal with power, Malcolm. We just do it different.
Yes. You see our children bleeding and in tears. You seek to comfort them. I see the man who has a rock in his hand, and I seek to stop him.
So it's historical content, talking about King's nonviolent movement and Malcolm X, not violent, but just more radical take on civil rights, and why the African American shouldn't feel that they would have to be beaten in order to gain peace. Malcolm felt that if one hits someone, you should hit them back. And King, as we know, was strictly nonviolent. He was on. His movement was strictly a nonviolent movement, more on the order of what Gandhi did.
You're helping to kill me, Doc. Am I accused of that too? Not accused, indicted. This nonviolent movement of yours against all kids. Nonviolence is the only chance we have. By appealing to the conscience of this country. The conscience of this country. This country has no conscience. It has no morality, no sense of honor. Hell, Martin, it doesn't even have a memory.
So those elements are the ingredients that make the play come alive. The two giants of the civil rights movement, Malcolm X, Dr. King, who were both unfortunately assassinated. And this is also brought up in the play, that they kind of, both men felt that they weren't going to come out to a good end. But the play itself brings out the humanity of both of these individuals, and we find out the main thing that they had in common was their love for their people and their families. The one thing that they both agreed on is that they love the African American community with a passion, and which is why they did what they did, and why they started on the path that they were on was the love for their people. And this is brought out in the play, and it is the most, in my opinion, the most beautiful section of the play is when they're talking about their families, and it's their families that really brings these two men together.